So many people think they know a thing or two about the animal kingdom because they are familiar with a couple of animals. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but dogs, cats, and chickens aren't the only animals out there. As a matter of fact, many unidentified animals are waiting to be discovered out there. But from the ones that have been found, there are some creepy-looking creatures that will freak you out. I'm talking about the oddest-looking animals that are living with us on this planet. Brace up, it could get scary in here. Today, we're going to look at the oddest animals on Earth. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. First on our list is the pink fairy armadillo. This is the smallest known species of armadillos, and it is also called the pichiciego. It lives in the sandy plains and dry grasslands of central Argentina and other parts of South America. This small creature is known to have certain similarities with a mole. Its unique adaptations, like an aerodynamic body shape, smooth dorsal shell, and sharp claws, mean this creature is able to completely bury itself in the sand in a matter of seconds and then navigate underground with ease. Because of its ease with entering sand, many have called it the sand swimmer. This animal is approximately 13 centimeters in length. It is so small it can fit in your hand. It is also nocturnal, and it only comes out at night when it comes out to eat or find food. Up next is the eye. I'll start by saying you don't want to see this animal's eyes at night. If you think an owl's eyes are scary, then don't go looking for this creature at night. The eye is a lemur native to the island of Madagascar and the world's biggest nocturnal primate. Everything about this animal is odd, from its freakishly bulging eyes to its long fingers. The animals rarely descend from their treetop digs to the forest floor. Only active at night, they spend the day snoozing on branches in nests made of leaves. When darkness falls, the creatures forage for food in the treetops. In addition to bugs, eyes feast on fruit such as mango, scooping pulp from the juicy meal with their bony fingers. The eye is considered unlucky and an omen of death by the local population, who often kill or poach eyes when they see them. It's no wonder this primate is listed on the red list as threat. With those scary eyes, you really can't blame the natives. Next up is the Dumbo octopus. It isn't news that many sea creatures look weird, but an octopus the size of a guinea pig could raise some odd questions, but not odd enough for those who call the animal the cutest octopus in the world. The Dumbo octopus is small. Compared to other octopods, its average size is about 20 to 30 centimeters. This octopus has the ability to flush or camouflage itself to its environment. It uses its fins, which are shaped like the ears of a Dumbo elephant. It propels through the water and steers through water currents. This octopus does not have an ink sac, and since it lives deep in the waters, it does not need an ink sac as a defense mechanism against predators. Dumbo octopus can be found in New Zealand, Australia, California, the Philippines, and New Guinea. Alright, maybe it is just as cute, but an octopus that isn't large is quite odd. Up next, we have a naked mole rat, also known as the sand puppy. It's a rat that is also a mole, and on top of it all is naked. I want to see you beat the odds off that. Naked mole rats, as their name suggests, are pink, nearly hairless subterranean rodents. These rodents are surprisingly the longest living rodents in the world. In fact, the zoo has two distinct habitats. One habitat is for geriatric mole rats approaching 30 years old, and one multi-story habitat is for younger mole rats. Naked mole rats are not completely hairless, as they have sensory whiskers on their face and their tails. They also have hairs in between their toes that allow their feet to function as brooms, which they use in sweeping the soil. These rodents live together like ants in a colony. They cannot maintain a steady body temperature, and they keep warm by huddling together and by basking in warmer, shallow tunnels. Naked mole rats live in underground burrows in East Africa. Next up is the star-nosed mole. This is one of the most distinctive mammal species. Its nose is hairless and is ringed with a unique star of 22 pink fleshy tentacles. The star is bilaterally symmetrical with 11 appendages per side that vary in length from 1 to 4 millimeters. Just like other moles, the star-nosed mole has a snout, roughly cylindrical body with heavily built forelimbs, broad feet, and large claws. The animal is native to eastern North America. They are found in a variety of habitats with moist soil. Unlike other North American moles, the star-nosed moles prefer areas of poor drainage, marshes, and peat land. The odd thing about this animal is its star-shaped nose that practically covers the mole's entire face. The nose is used in a number of different activities. When the mole is burrowing, the tentacles are held forward over the nostrils to prevent soil from entering the nose. Imagine we had tentacles as noses. Pretty scary. Up next is the Vogelkop superb bird of paradise. This species of bird of paradise was recently discovered, and it has a lot of distinctive things about it. The male bird's feathers have some of the darkest black pigment in the world, while the female is a reddish-brown bird with brownish barred puff. Not only that, the male birds have a courting ritual which has made the birds even more popular. To attract a mate, they flip a part of their back feather, called their cape, which they spread out until a bright blue breastplate and blue eyes are visible in an all-absorbing blackness. And then they start a dance, moving around a female in semicircles until she is wooed. It takes between 25 to 30 male birds to dance before a female gives her consent to one. The Vogelkop superb bird of paradise is distributed throughout the rainforests of New Guinea, and they also inhabit the rainforest or forest edges of Indonesia. Up next, we have blobfish. Ask around. This may be the most hideous creature that you have ever seen. In fact, its unsightly appearance led to it being voted the world's ugliest animal. It's that bad. Blobfish live deep in the water, and while they are that deep, they look quite different from what we see. They get ugly when they get to the surface of the water due to a loss of muscles, but when they make it back to the depth, they regain strength. The blobfish is boneless and relies on water pressure for movement. Because they live so far underwater, scientists haven't really been able to study them, hence much about them is unknown, such as their nature, lifespan, and reproductive habits. The blobfish don't have any known predators except humans who often catch them. They can be found in Tasmania, Australia, and New Zealand. Next up is Cantor's giant soft-shelled turtle. This strange-looking turtle is also referred to as the frog-faced softshell due to its odd facial features. Cantor's giant softshell is an exceptionally large freshwater turtle, with individuals known to reach over 1 meter in length and weigh more than 100 kilograms. Sadly, these extraordinary turtles are on the brink of extinction. Cantor's giant softshell is under threat from harvesting by local people for meat, accidental killing, and persecution from fishermen when caught in fishing gear, and the destruction of its freshwater and coastal habitats. The species is listed as endangered by the Red List. Cantor's giant softshell is found across Southeast Asia, including Bangladesh, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Next up, we have the goby jerboa. These are cute jumping rodents. Typically, the jerboa has a mouse or rat-like head and body, cat-like sensory whiskers, owl-like eyes, squirrel-like to jackrabbit-like ears, kangaroo-like back legs, prairie dog forelegs, and a disproportionately long, sometimes tough to distinctive tail. The jerboa's range extend from Asia west-southwestward across northern Africa. It often favors arid sandy habitats such as the Gobi Desert, where temperatures may fall to near zero during the cold of winter, and the Sahara Desert, where temperatures may rise to more than 130 degrees Fahrenheit in the heat of summer. Foraging primarily at night, the jerboa eats plants, seeds, and insects, depending on its food to meet its need for water. It may never actually drink free water throughout its life. The jerboa is a nocturnal animal, and it spends most of its daylight hours beneath a surface in the ground. Britain used this rodent as a mascot in World War II. Its quick nature made it a symbol for the country's 7th Armored Brigade, known as Desert Rats. Up next is goblin shark. This is one of the creepiest fishes that live at the bottom of the ocean. There are so many odd things about this shark. It has a long shovel-like snout that has special sensing organs that help it to sense electric feed in the deep waters. The skin of the shark has also raised some questions. It has unusual coloration ranging from pinkish to purplish gray, with bright blue around the edges of its fins. Oh, that's not all that is odd about this fish. It has a pretty interesting jaw under its snout, which stretches as far as its snout to help the goblin shark catch its prey. The species was named in honor of Alan Alston, 1853 to 1915, an English collector of Asian wildlife, as well as a businessman and yachtsman, Beolins and Watkins, 2003. The goblin shark has been caught in scattered localities through the Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian Oceans. In Australia, it is known to exist off New South Wales, Tasmania, and possibly off South Australia. That is a wrap for today's video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to stick around for more exciting content on this channel.